This podcast is sponsored by ScienceBasedLearning.com. Discover your passion for languages with our innovative ebook, audiobook, and video system. Maximize retention using spaced repetition. Start your journey today.
How cognitive flexibility enhances adult language acquisition and learning. Discover how cognitive flexibility boosts adult language learning, helping you adapt, retain, and excel in mastering a new language effectively. Cognitive flexibility and language acquisition. Why mental agility matters for adult language learners. If you've ever tried to learn a new language, you know it can be both exciting and challenging. While vocabulary and grammar rules are crucial, there's a cognitive skill that often flies under the radar, but plays a huge role in successful language learning: cognitive flexibility. In this post, we'll break down what cognitive flexibility is, why it matters for adult language learning, and how understanding this skill can help you improve your process. What is cognitive flexibility? In simple terms, cognitive flexibility is the brain's ability to switch between thinking about different concepts or to adapt to new, unexpected rules or environments. It's what allows you to adjust your thinking when faced with new information or challenges. Think about when you're having a conversation in a foreign language and your brain has to juggle different grammar structures, vocabulary, and cultural nuances in real time. That's cognitive flexibility in action. This mental agility is critical when it comes to language acquisition because mastering a new language requires constantly shifting between your native language and the target language, understanding different sentence structures, and adapting to various contexts where the language is spoken. Why cognitive flexibility matters in language learning. Switching between languages. As an adult language learner, your brain is managing 2 or more language systems. Cognitive flexibility helps you switch smoothly between them and avoids mixing rules or vocabulary inappropriately. Problem solving and pattern recognition. Learning a language involves figuring out patterns in grammar and syntax, as well as recognizing exceptions to those rules. Cognitive flexibility supports this by allowing your brain to move beyond rigid thinking and explore alternatives. Handling ambiguity. Languages are full of idioms, slang, and context-specific meanings. When the message isn't clear, cognitive flexibility helps you interpret meaning based on situation and clues, rather than sticking strictly to literal translations. Adapting to cultural norms. Language isn't just vocabulary and grammar, it's also culture. Adapting to different ways of expressing ideas, politeness levels, or conversational styles requires flexible thinking to avoid misunderstandings. How cognitive flexibility interacts with adult language learning. As adults, our brains aren't quite as plastic as they were during childhood, which is often considered the prime time for language learning. However, cognitive flexibility can still be developed and strengthened, making it a valuable tool for adult learners. Studies in the science of language learning have found that adults who demonstrate higher cognitive flexibility tend to pick up new languages more quickly and retain information better. This is important because many adults struggle with how to learn a language in ways that align with their brain's capabilities. Instead of relying solely on repetitive drills or memorization, incorporating tasks that require shifting perspectives, making decisions, and applying language in varied contexts can boost this flexibility. Some effective ways include immersive language experiences, varied conversation partners, and interactive language apps that challenge users to think on their feet. Exercises to boost cognitive flexibility for language learners. Practice code switching. Deliberately switch between your native language and the language you're learning during practice conversations. This sharpens your mental agility. Engage in role-playing. Put yourself in different social situations using the language. Adjusting your speech depending on the context strengthens flexible thinking. Challenge yourself with multiple meanings. Take phrases or words that have several meanings and practice using each in context. This develops your ability to adapt and interpret. Play language games. Interactive apps and games that require quick responses or problem solving in the language can enhance both vocabulary and cognitive flexibility. Switch learning methods. Alternate between reading, listening, speaking, and writing exercises. This variety forces your brain to engage differently with the language each time. How to incorporate these ideas into your daily language learning routine. Finding ways to train your cognitive flexibility while learning a new language doesn't have to be difficult or time-consuming. Here are some practical approaches you can integrate starting today. Use spaced repetition combined with active recall. This method encourages your brain to retrieve information flexibly rather than passively recognizing it. Join conversation groups or language exchanges where you might have to adapt quickly to different accents, speech speeds, and topics. Change up your practice environment regularly to force your brain to adjust and stay alert during language sessions. Utilizes tools that emphasize science-based techniques. For example, ScienceBasedLearning.com offers a simple ebook, audiobook, and video language learning system that is combined with an online practice app. Their system uses the science behind spaced repetition to maximize your learning and retention, perfectly complementing the need for cognitive flexibility in adult language learning. Final thoughts. Cognitive flexibility doesn't just make language learning easier, it makes it more enjoyable and effective. By being open to shifting your thinking and embracing the complexities of a new language, you're equipping your brain to handle rapid changes, ambiguities, and cultural nuances. Adult language learning can definitely be a rewarding journey with the right mental tools, and boosting your cognitive flexibility is one of the smartest strategies you can use. If you're serious about improving not only your vocabulary but your overall language learning experience, check out ScienceBasedLearning.com. Their integrated system is designed to enhance your retention and recall using proven science-based methods, helping you get the most out of your study sessions with less frustration and more results. Whether you're just starting or want to take your skills to the next level, this is a resource worth exploring.